All right, for 2 years. Trey deposited $600 at the end of every 3 months. Okay, earns 3.6% interest quarterly. Over the same 2 years, Sam, so it's a different account, right? Deposited $2,400 annually into an investment that earned 3.8% annually. Whose investment is worth more at maturity and by how much? So let's do both of them separately. Trey, Sam. NI, PV, PMT, PYCY. Okay, we'll do that for Trey. Sam, same thing. At some point in life, when you make bigger financial decisions and you have to crunch numbers and you have to figure out how am I going to make it with this mortgage or loan or whatever, you might find this tool very useful. Okay? You can ask what if. What if I decide to pay this off in 3 years as opposed to 5 years? How much am I saving? Things like that. What are my payments going to be? Okay? You don't have to guess. You don't have to go see the bank to figure that out. You can be your own banker. Okay, so for Trey, let's start from the bottom. It's compounded quarterly. So that means there are 4 compounding periods per year. Every 3 months is the same thing as quarterly. Okay, so there we go. Payments per year. Are there any regular deposits? And it says $600, not just once, at the end of every 3 months. Okay, so this is your PMT. Your payment is $600 at the end of every 3 months. If it's every 3 months, then your payments per year are also 4. And I will write this down. Every 3 months. That's how I came up with that. This says quarterly. You know what? They're saying the same thing. I just want you to see it, then I just want you to hear it differently so you're not thrown off by it. Future value is what we want to know, how much they have in the future. Present, since there is no mention of like a one-time amount, it's 0. 3.6, and would be, it's a 2-year thing, right? So 2 years times PY, so there should be 8. We do the same thing over on this side, on Sam's side. Sam is what? Compounded annually. How many times a year? 1, right? Uno. PY. Sam deposited $2,400 annually. So that means this is happening every year. So it's just 1. Future value to be determined. Where do I put the $2,400, Mr. Durskins? It's a big amount. It goes into the payment because it's happening every year. It's a regular thing that's happening. So in this case, there is nothing deposited at first. Interest is 3.8. It's a 2-year investment as well, right? It says over the same 2 years. So 2 times PY is just 2. There you go. And we solve for both. So I'll quickly do that. Oh, I'm on the TVM solver anyways. How convenient. 8, 3.60, negative 600. 4 and 4. Perfect. Future value alpha solve. So it'll be 4,953 and 95, right? That is Trey's amount in his account. For Sam, 3.8, negative 2,400, 0, and then it's 1 and 1. Okay, I figure out my future value. Boom, 4891.20. 4891.20. And you can clearly tell who the winner is. It's going to be Trey. Okay. Trey's investment is worth more. is worth how much more? Let's do some math here on the side. 49.53.95 minus 48.91.20, and that is 27.25. So it's not a whole lot. Okay, but I do make that little note here. So Trey's investment is worth more by 27.25. It's 62.75? Ah, you know what? I'm pretty sure you're right. $62.75, my bad. $62.75. Please change that. I'll change that on my key here as well. $62.75. So it's $62.75. $62.75 more. Okay? More by. So this is good. You've shown the work. You're good to go. All right? Next, let's do question 4. Miguel wants to buy an entertainment system as a wedding gift for his sister. He estimates that when she marries a year from now, this system will cost $24.99 plus 12% tax. So I'm introducing taxes here again. It's been a while, right? But you need to be able to do taxes. I would not rule that out, okay? Will he have enough to buy in a year if he deposits $200 at the end of each month into an account that earns 3.5% compounded monthly? Explain why or why not. So this is up to you how you're going to show that. So needed, the amount that he needs is $24.99, and we multiply that by 1.12, right? 112% is how much you get after taxes. Okay, so you go $24.99 times 1.12. That's $27.98.88. That's how much money he technically needs to have saved up to be able to afford that system. Okay, entertainment system. So I will try TVM solver here. Okay. My first strategy may be, well, how much money will he have if he starts with $200 a month? Okay, so let's see here, compounded monthly. So CY is 12. There are $200 deposits at the end of each month. So there's monthly payments. They happen to be the same. PY, CY is the same. We'll figure out how much money we will have in the future. So this is negative 200. Nothing to start. The interest rate is 3.5. And N is in a year, right? A year from now. So 1 year times whatever PY is. So 12 goes into N. So let's go ahead and solve that. I already did. So that gives you 24.38.88. Okay? Dollar sign. That's how much has been saved up. So you would conclude here, he will not have enough. Short by, how much are we short by? Minus 24.38.88, $360. Okay, so you're short by $360 if you stick to that plan. Okay, I will call this option 1. In fact, you know what? A lot of the questions I do, if you really think about them, there may be a different way of solving them using the TVM solver. So I'm just showing you one way most of the time, because if I give you too many options, I think sometimes it's too overwhelming at first. But option 2 could have been done differently. I would encourage you to write this down. Because I'm going to treat this differently. Compounding and everything stays the same. However, I will make my future value 2798.88. Okay, that's how much money I want in the future. I'm still making payments. Nothing to start off with. Interest rate is the same. So what do I need to solve for here? I will solve for n. Copy this down and then I'll explain why I'm doing it this way. Maybe some of you already caught it. N needs to be 12 or less, right? Because if n is not 12 or less, like if it's more than 12, it means it will take longer than a year to save it up, right? So if you solve for this, and I'll show you, I'll just tell you what it is. It's 13.7863. And let me tell you another reveal here, another secret. If PY is 12, we know that that is months, right? If PY is 12, we know it's monthly. If PY is 52, we know that that means weekly, right? So if PY is 12, and then you recognize, oh, that's monthly, that means that this answer is in months, by the way. Okay? Approximately 13.7863 months. But remember that if you wanted the years, you would go 13.7863 divided by PY. That is roughly 1.15 years. So this is another way of solving this question where you say, hey, if he sticks to the $200 a month and he wants this in the future, it's going to take him longer than a year to save it up. Okay? He will not meet the goal within 1 year. Okay? 1 year. So this is our conclusion here. Totally different ways of approaching this. Okay? Totally different ways. I'm guessing most of you are going to choose option 1. You're going to figure out, well, if he sticks to $200 a month, how much does he have? He's short. He doesn't have enough money. Boom. Your answer is good. This is just fine answering it that way, but I think I want you to start expanding your toolkit a bit. Okay? Are you feeling it? Are you excited? TVM all the way. Yeah, I know. Did I tell you about the app? The calculator app? Like, you have an app that emulates this on your iPhone. I don't know about Android. But it's called Graph and Calc. It looks old school. It's like the old calculators. I don't know if you ever saw the TI-83s that I used to have. They had a black and white screen, no color screen. But this one has color. So you have apps, finance, TVM solver right there. So I use this all the time. If I want to buy something, if I want to buy a boat, and I want to convince my wife, be like, hey, look, it's this much a month, right? And then I end up not buying it because it's too much money, right? I realize that it's too much money. But TVM, you can take it with you anywhere. It's like, I think it costs $5 to download this app. I can tell you the name later. But some students have actually downloaded it and used it for things in life, right? Buying a car, getting a loan for something. One more question, 42. I assigned this, I didn't post the answer key, or the answer key at least didn't include this. Go ahead. 42. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to try to figure that one out. See if because you're getting an AC soon. Give this a try. Can you do this? Can you fill in most of the things on a TVM solver?